University. I just finished another webinar with Metastock. So if you came from Metastock and you're joining us for the second time, thanks for coming here. If you're here for the first time, listen, we're just going to do a quick review. You can watch, we have it recorded. And if you want to watch this later, we will cover it again. But let me get right into it. Basically, my name is Fausto Pugliese, president of Cybertrain University. And I'm going to talk about the momentum of entry and exit points. Now, before we get started, just a quick little disclosure. I'm not making any guarantees or promises. Works for everyone, but it is very dangerous to trade. Just be very smart before you go out there and make your trade. You could read our disclaimer on our website if you want to know more about it. Now, what I like to do is like to get into the real markets. Okay, I don't want to waste any time. All right, what is the big news that's been going on at Cybertrade? What's the big news been going on in the market? Okay, the big news. Anyone know? NVIDIA. Thank you very much, Tim. So I want to go to NVIDIA. I want to bring up the execution system here. I want to show you what we got going on here. All right. So does everybody see what's happening with NVIDIA right here? NVIDIA has somewhat of a big resistance levels here, right? Does everybody see that right there? It's been hovering, obviously with the news that happened yesterday, they came out with some really big news. Their earnings were good. And not only that, but they made a big announcement. They did a 10-for-1 stock split, means they're going to lower their price. For one share, you're going to get 10 shares or bring down the stock to somewhere around $100. I don't want to go into the deal and explain how it benefits and stuff. But the big thing that you got to look at is this. Why is the stock having a tough time getting past this $50? Does anybody know? Let's see how you guys answer this question. Why is the stock having a tough time getting past 50? The government, Joe. Come on. That's a very bad answer. Take it very seriously. Okay. I know you're joking around. Okay. I know you left. But think as a trader. Why is the stock having a tough time getting past 150? Tim, you're right. Okay. KP, whoever you are, you're right. No, Kathleen, it's not because it's a whole number. That's the wrong answer. And I'm glad you said that because that's most people would think. How do stocks go? Let me do a quick test. How do stocks go up and go down, everybody? How do stocks go up and go down? You should all be able to answer this question. Should all be able to answer this question. Buyers and sellers, right? Buyers and sellers. So let me show you this. From this morning, bring this up over here, makes it a little bit bigger so you guys can see a little bit better. Maybe a little bit more. All right. So right here, what I'm trying to show you here is, you see this right here at 9:30 this morning? Everybody see this right here? Let me get my crayon so you guys could see it. Right here. This is 9:30 right here, right? You see this number, right? You see this little red line? That same red line has been out here all day. And what you're seeing right there is it's basically a seller, about 182,000 shares. Okay. Why would someone have 183,000 shares out there? Can anybody answer that question? Why would someone sell 183,000 shares in NVIDIA at 150? Does anybody have an idea? It's funny. Nobody really knows, right? Because he wants to take a profit, Joe. Okay. Anybody else? Don't be shy. No one's going to embarrass anybody. No one's going to pick on anyone. I'd rather you tell me than sit there in silence. I'm not here. I want to listen to myself speak. They may be holding down the accumulation. Okay. From Tim. Anyone else? Does it matter? Does it even matter? Right? As a trader, what do we learn how do stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. What is invested interest in? I don't know if he's covering a short or whatever. It does not matter. What matters to you is that you're coming up to a stock that has $1,050 times 183,000 shares. You come up to about $200 million worth of stock that's looking to be sold. Okay. Now, is anyone here selling $2 million, $200 million worth of stock? I sure damn well want to know if I'm in a stock that I'm coming up to a big seller out there. This is what you're about to learn in the next hour. You're going to learn, I'm going to teach you exactly what makes traders and understand how to play the game and why people fail and get suckered in all the time holding the bag. And I hope that, and that's what I want anybody here to do. So let me move this over. Let me clear this out. And let's just erase this all. And get back to our slideshow. All right. So this is what we're going to cover. I'm going to teach you how to follow the big money. I'm going to talk about the best times to trade, the most important tools to have, how to understand to be an overall round trader, and so much more, because this is what and why you're here today. If you believe that there are buyers and sellers out there that causes stock manipulation or profit intake selling, you're in the right place. This is why I've been doing speakings for the past 30 years. I love teaching people. I hate seeing people lose money. So if you want to stop losing money, if you want to stop making mistakes, it's time for you to know and learn how to play the game of trading. And that's why, this business is going to be here forever. So it's never too late to stop learning, but it is too late to learn if you're in a position and you're getting crushed in it. All right. But we're going to hopefully try to fix that. So let's talk about that NVIDIA trade. Now, what I want to show you also really quick, is anybody here subscribed to my YouTube channel? Anyone here subscribed to my YouTube channel? Let me go to my YouTube channel. Okay. I want to show you something really quick. Here's our YouTube channel. Is that right? We got that link up there. This is the right link, but it looks like it's the right link. We put it up there. If I click on that link, does it bring me to the channel? Yeah, it brings me to my channel. Okay. So we got a lot of great videos here. Check this out. 3,300 videos I've made over the years. That's a shitload of videos. Okay. But what I want to show you is the shorts, because we started launching a lot of shorts. And right here is the last short that I did in the video trade. Now I want you to listen to this short. It's about 30 seconds. Okay. So watch this short really quick. NVIDIA just came out earnings and it made a big announcement. Let's go see what happened. Earnings came out. News broke out, and then all of a sudden it started to break over $1,000. Big green bulls means that there was a ton of buying going on, and it just took this big seller and that big seller, and that big seller was $1,000. But there was more than just the earnings that made that stock run. NVIDIA made a big announcement on a big stock split, 10 for 1. So is that going to continue the run till tomorrow morning? We're just going to have to check. So basically, what you saw right there is how the stock was at 1,000. Took the 1,000 share seller out. And then where is it now? 1,050. And actually, it slingshot yesterday all the way down to 950. Now, the reason I'm spending some time talking about NVIDIA, because that's obviously in the news. All right. That's the big news right now. But what is Wall Street? Why is Wall Street good at buying it? And what's next for NVIDIA? Well, the big thing is you got to follow the orders. Okay. You got to follow the orders, because that's going to show you where you need to have the game plan, where to set up because this is basically program trading. If you want to know where the algorithms, the high frequency trades, the dark pools is basically what we're looking at. All right. Now, what I'm about to show you right now, fellow traders, is going to be quite disturbing, because you're going to realize that you've been trading blind, for years, and that's okay. There are so many indicators out there. Not 10, not hundreds, it's thousands. Everybody is trying to think they're a guru. And they always want to go out there and brag how much money they make. First of all, I don't like show-offs, okay? I don't like, when you're at our age, you know what? We just want to live. I know people that became so successful and blew me out of the water. And you know where they are today? I hired them to have to fix my roof, all right? Blew me out of the water in trading. But the thing is, they got lucky. They got in the right place at the right time. But you know how you become a good trader? Money management. And they didn't know money management skills. And you know what the money management skills is? How to control losses. Let's go talk about some other stocks that moved this road because it just wasn't about NVIDIA. I mean, ASTS was a nice moving stock. Look at this. Look at this baby. Up 150%. That's a hell of a lot more than NVIDIA traded in 3 days. Okay. Look at over the course of the day. Went from $3.80 to $5. So you don't have to worry about spending all that big money and like, oh, I heard about NVIDIA, but I can't afford it. Listen, there's a lot of cheap stocks that move also. And that's the beauty about trading. You don't have to be greedy. You don't have to be, there are just so many stocks out there to trade, but when it comes up, people always ask, was it too fast? Oh, is it a penny stock? I don't trade penny stocks. First of all, I don't trade penny stocks either. They're NASDAQ national stocks. But the answer is, why did it go up and go down? It went up and down because of the buyers and sellers were out there. That's what drove them up. Now, hopefully everybody's going to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, you can watch the videos of me on NASDAQ. You can watch the videos of all these entries and exits. I'm really making up some really different new videos to train everybody, kind of keeping them short, right to the point. Make sure you ring the bell, give us a thumbs up, right? And, and make sure you share us. Okay. But there's some great content for all of you guys to learn when it comes to those things of entries and exits. So let me talk about some of the entries and exits. First of all, rule number one, cardinal rule number one, you don't convert a day trade into a swing trade. Okay. Holding overnight. You don't mix and match. That's a big failure rate because this is what ends up happening. You know how many people try to trade GameStop and didn't want to take a loss? And then they made that and held it. And look where it is today, down to 20. I don't think you want to be that person. AMC, same thing. Yeah, it was great. It went up, went to $12. Where is it today? Down to $4. What happened? They converted a day trade into a swing trade. Still waiting for Mr. Kitty to make a new tweet out there. CTNT, great run up. Oh, stock went from 2, 6, 10, 14. Wake up the next morning, boom, you're down to $1. Oh my God, what the hell just happened? Just blew up your account, right? So listen, last week's flavor is not this week's flavor. It changes every day. There were so many stocks that moved today other than NVIDIA also, and we'll talk about them. But the thing is, to be successful in trading, you got to have the right tools, and you don't need a lot of them. You really don't. So when it comes to it, let's talk about some of the popular tools. A scanner, a chart, simple, and a level 3. Now, I don't know how many of you here have them, but I could probably tell you 80% of you don't have the third one, and we're going to fix that. You might have the first one, don't really pay attention to it. I know you got the second one, and that's about 99% of the time you pay attention to, but you don't pay attention to the third one. So let me talk about finding them and going from there. So finding stocks, listen, is quite easy. We just go through a big percentage gainers and losers. Now, what makes it difficult is that you're probably looking at it and like, well, how do you know which one to trade? Well, to find the one that we want to trade is we teach 3 things: tradable, trend, and trap. The first T, which is tradable, you got to make sure a stock's got good spread, good volatility, good movement. That's really basically the first T. Second T is basically, what is the trend of the stock? And the third T is, which a lot of you don't know, is where's the orders? How do I want to get caught in this trap where these people are selling and I'm buying, or I'm buying and they're selling? That's the trap. And the trap is you got to follow those orders. So the gainers, there's a lot of things that are moving, but you got to know how to filter them out. And what I'm going to do at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every single one of you to come to my trading room. We're going to watch this stuff live. We're going to see how these orders go out there, how they're buying, how they're selling, and how to filter them out. Okay. Because you really only need one to make a day's pay. That's it. And the way you do that is you got to risk. You want something you could risk the least amount of money to do it with a high amount of reward. And also shorting. There's a lot of great opportunities to short. I'll tell you, this stock right here, you thought in the video was pretty good? How's this one for you? Oh my God, I can't believe where this is right now. Swim. This stock started this morning at $9.30. It was $42. Look where it is right now. It went to $4.60. $4.60 in one day. How's that working out for you? You could short and you could do a short. I actually think it's a long right now. I probably would buy it. I can't right now. It's halted on the way upside. Anyway, let's go. We'll check back on it later. Anyway, let's talk about level 2. All right. Now, does anyone here have level 2 quotes? Just give me actually, we do have a poll. I don't have control of the poll. Can we do a poll and just I think the poll is on level 3, but who here has level 2 quotes? Anybody here have level 2 quotes? Here's the level 3. About level 3. Anybody have level 3 quotes? Let's do that poll. Let me get you guys. Let me get you involved. All right. We'll wait for you to fill it out. Now, let me explain what level 2 is, and then we'll talk about level 3 because they're totally two different products. So level 2, here's your buyers and here's your sellers. That's your bid, and that is your ask. 3 columns, 1, 2, and 3. The first column is a 4-letter abbreviation of the brokerage firm or an exchange, like the NASDAQ, the New York, the Chicago, all the exchanges. Second column is telling you what that stock is trading at that exchange, the best price. And the third column is how many shares. Everything there is multiplied by 100. Whoever wants to buy for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money on the bottom, same thing goes for here on the offer. Okay. Now, the problem with this is that you're not seeing all the live orders. I don't know who's really buying it. I don't know who's really selling it. I don't know what's going on here. So the thing that you have to look at is this. Level 3. Now, I want to end the poll, and I want to share the results with everybody, and you could see how many of you here do not have it. Now, if you did not answer this question, which I could see close to half of you, okay? Mike, I didn't hear from you. Jeff, I didn't hear from you. Bill, I didn't hear from you. I don't want to start picking you out, but you know what? I would probably say you don't have it. So let's just double that number. Now, listen to me carefully, because what I told you before, where things are going to get disturbing and it's upsetting, is what I'm about to show you right now, okay? You have been trading blind your whole life, and that's okay. We're going to fix that problem. The reason is this. I am 52 years old. I've been doing this for 30 years. Okay. I know some of you here are older than me, but I'm more wiser than you. I trade every single day. Okay. Well, not necessarily every day. I'm not going to trade on Monday, but the thing is, I've been through the worst of the worst. I've been through COVID. I've been through the financial crisis. I've been through the internet bubble. I was not around during the crash of 87, but I was there, for everything else. 9/11, all these big catastrophes. You have to understand how the market works. And the way it works is following what the street's doing. Now, when I got involved when I was 22 years old, I thought I knew everything. Okay. But what happened was my father's a first generation Italian. So, I'm actually first generation Italian. My father came here with $20 in his pocket. And one thing he was taught, he says, son, you can make a lot of money in America. You're in New York. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Okay. This is the financial capital of the world. Go out there, learn how to trade the market. But to do that, you got to learn from people that are really good at it and stay away from people who don't know what they're doing. But don't worry, you're going to bump into those people and you'll know. Okay. You'll know how to judge somebody, how successful they are. All right. And let me tell you, what I learned on the first day on the job, I should have never made my first trade because it didn't matter what Fausto thought. It didn't matter what you thought, Bill. It didn't matter what you thought, Larry. It didn't matter what you thought, Tim. It mattered what the street thought. So what you're looking at is you have a seat on the exchange. Okay. And let me show you how that kind of works. So right here, you'll notice that we're looking at orders. This is the NASDAQ market. It controls about 50% of the volume of every stock out there being traded. And you'll see right here how the stock, let me get my crayons out here. So you could see right here that the stock, had a nice little uptrend and eventually kind of held here pretty strong. Once it broke this number over here around, I don't know, was that 420? It never kind of broke it, never wanted to break it. And finally decided to go up from 420 to about $6. Now, why is that? Well, when you're above a number, there must be buyers, okay? And where that buyer was right here. 177,000 shares looking to be bought at 420. Now, look at all the buyers out there. 400, 2,000, 3,000, 700. You're talking 177,000 shares. How many of you here are trading 177,000 shares? And by the way, it's not just you. There's 15 people out there doing it. Okay? Out there doing it. So the thing is, why did the stock go up? I can guarantee it wasn't a Fibonacci. I can guarantee it wasn't a Bollinger Band. This was orders that control the market. All right. Now, now really quick, did I lose anybody yet? Is everyone following along? Just give me a quick yes. Or no. Just want to make sure everyone's Gerard. I haven't heard from you again. I want to see if I want to hear from Gerard. I'm looking at you right now. Irving, did I lose you? Tim, John, everybody's following along? Good. Let me get the yeses because I don't want to hear like I'm talking to myself. All right. Listen, to be a good trader and be part of our group, you got to talk. If you don't talk, you're not going to be invited. All right. Because the thing is, if you don't talk, I don't know how you feel. Could you imagine going to the podium and ask your spouse, hey, would you marry me? And they don't answer. You're like, hello. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds ridiculous, but I mean, realistically, that's what trading is about. I don't know if you're in the trade. I don't know if you're out of the trade. I don't know if you see it. But the thing is, as long as you see it, then I know you understand. Then we're going to invite you. All right. Let's look at our resistance levels. So here you have a stock with a big spike up here. Lift went to 1840, came back down. Why did it stop at 1840? Must have been a lot of sellers out there. Look at the sell column. Went down here. Notice, oh, wow, there's 119,000 right around there. Now, there are a lot of sellers out there at every price level, but that's the one that stands out most. And you could see it right here. So if I knew that big seller is out there, you think I want to own it? I want the hell get out of it. Because guess what? It went all the way back down to $17.70. That's a hell of a, listen, it sucks to have a winner running up and like, oh, I made so much money. Look at this, beautiful. And then you go to coffee, you come back and like, I'm in good shape. It's Lyft. I use it all the time. And then wonder like, why the hell did that thing go down? Went down because that seller was out there. That's the only reason why it went down. Not because, the government got involved, or regulation or news or earnings. The seller. That's it. The seller. Let's go back and go to GameStop. All right. So let's look at this GameStop trade. So here you have GameStop hovering around $15, right? So when you look at this, you look at the stock at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, it's been having a tough time getting past this 15.40. Now, why is that? Well, when we go back and we look at the market, we'll notice that there's an 87,000 share buyer at $15.25. Now, listen, there are buyers everywhere. And when you look at all these numbers, and I hope people don't get lost, because this is where people get confused. Because, like, I use this, but I don't understand it. There's too many numbers. Well, 98% of the numbers there are garbage. Okay, you can't tell me you can't see the 5-digit, 6-digit numbers, right? Forget about the 3 digits. Eliminate the 3 digits. Eliminate the 4 digits. You see a 5-digit number there. There's only one. So 1, that stands out. And it's, for some reason, it's on the buy side. And for some reason, the stock's going down. It's getting close to that. What do you think's going to happen when we get there? It's going to go up. Exactly. And that's what it did. It hit it. It hit it. 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Someone says, you know what? The heck crap with it. This guy's not letting loose. And that's why you have the stock that made a big run. All right. So let's go over that example really quick. That day, I don't want to show you that. Let me bring up GameStop. Hold on a second. Okay. So here's Game. That number that we're looking at was right here. Right there. You see that, right? That number right there? So we all, if anyone here watched the video on my GameStop, I had a couple of shorts done on that video. I even did a long-term video on it. But we were trading GameStop. If you go follow us on our X platform or Instagram or whatever it is, we were trading the stock back here on the 3rd. And you could see the buyers starting to build up right there. And obviously, the story says itself. Mr. Kitty came out. made a tweet, and we went from 20, we went all the way up to 60. Okay. But now the stock is back down. So the thing is, how did you guys know before it went up? Because we saw the buyers already positioning themselves into it. All right. That's where it comes into it. If it continues, will it? Okay, no problem. So it looks like somebody should have some audio sound. Okay. So let's talk about this stock SLKC, CLSK. It's been a long day. Sorry. So here we have the stock going down, right? So what's the game plan? You go into stock, you're losing money on it. There's only one thing that's going to save you. Okay. It's not President Biden or President Trump. Okay. It's going to be the big buyers out there. Big buyer out there, 194,000 shares. Like it or not, it's going to 1525 because that's the only big buyer that's out there. So what happened? You waited, hit 1525 and went up. Do you ever have this issue? Ever have a problem? Like sometimes you buy a stock and as soon as you buy it, the thing goes down. Ever have a time when you sell a stock and as soon as you sell it, it goes up? And you're like you feel like somebody's watching you, right? Ever happened to you? You know what? Nobody's watching you. Nobody's watching you. The problem is you're not watching them. Because if you were this person and you had the stock CLSK right here, and oops, that's not what I want to show you. If you had the stock right here and all of a sudden you're like going down, like, I can't lose any more money. You know, I'm down. I got to get out. And then just knowing that you just ran the stock down from 1620 and you're down all the way down here to 1525, right? On 1,000 shares, I think a lot of you probably feel like I can't afford to lose anymore. I got to take a loss. But if you knew that you were literally about 20 cents away after risking all that you were coming up to a big buyer out here at 194,000, would you still sell it? Would you still get out? Knowing that you're coming up to a major, major, major buyer, right? Probably not. Like, listen, I'm already down this much. What's an extra 20 cents, right? Because that's where the big buyer is. And then all of a sudden, look what ended up, the stock went up. And here you are, you're like, I can't believe it. I sold the stock and it went up. It's like I can't do anything right. No, what you're not doing right is you didn't follow that order out there. That's the problem that you have. So, like I say all the time, you guys following along? Because let me tell you what the issue is. Everybody out there is looking for support levels and they're looking for resistance levels. That's not the way how you trade. You cannot have a support level unless those buyers are there. And you can't be at a resistance level unless those sellers are there. Now, it's good to follow support and resistance levels, but why you keep focusing on the past? The past is not indicative of the future unless those buyers and sellers are out there. And that's why people make these mistakes. Yes, you could use this for futures. Yes, absolutely. All right. Now, Revvion. Stock has a steady going up. Okay, so let me ask everybody this question. When do we sell it? When do we get out of Revvion? What do you think? See how everybody strategize on this. Well, what's your game plan on Revvion? Stock's going up. Okay, you're making some money on it. You ever own a stock? What are you going to get out of it? What do you need? What are you looking for? Bill, you're right. Mike, you're right. Anyone else? If you don't know the answer, give me a question mark. You're better off getting it wrong here than doing it with real money. Tim, you're right. Irving, you're right. Why the same 7 people answering this question? There's almost 100 people in here. What do you got? I mean, don't be shy, fellow traders. It's one question. It's one word. One word. Paul, that's okay. You know what, Paul? I'm glad you're honest. Paul says, I don't know. Okay, Paul, I'm going to answer that question for you. Where are the sellers? Where are the sellers, right? You can't see them on a chart. Where are the sellers? So we check where the sellers are. We're going to look at the sell column, and we'll notice that we got some big sellers at $11.99 and $12, 23,000, 9,000. Okay, so you're right here. This is where you're at. And by the way, that 90,000, that's 400 people out there looking to sell. That's not like 4 people. 400 make up that order. So if you want to know where to get out, you just got to know where the order is. That's how you have that game plan. That's basically what trading is all about, is following those orders. Tim, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. I like what Tim wrote. That's nice, Tim. Thank you very much. I'm going to share that with all of you. There you go. Thanks a lot, Tim. Listen, it just sucks losing. And like I said earlier, you're in a position and you feel like every time you get in it, you're on the opposite side, or you get out too soon, or you sell it too late. You know what I mean? Like, I should have sold it sooner. You got to be prepared. You got to have that game plan. It's not that complicated. You know what the hardest thing to teach? Now that everyone's like, well, this looks pretty easy, then you should do great. No, you know what the hardest thing to teach? Greed and discipline. Because some people are like, well, you know what? The stock originally was at like $80. I had it at 80. You know what I mean? Like, even though I see a big seller out there, like, oh, I think it's going to, you know what? You get the greed, you get in there. You know what I mean? It happens. It's normal. We're human. You know, we do it all the time. I do it all the time. I get greedy. You know, it doesn't work a lot more times than others. But listen, it's just human nature. And guess what? If you didn't get out, you went from 12 down to 11, and that's how you blow up that's how you lose that money. You convert a winner into a loser. Okay? And that's okay. You got greedy, but you know what? You know what the big thing you have to learn from this lesson? Losing is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You know why? Because if you know why you lost, you're not going to do it again. Okay? You ever go on a bicycle, or you train someone to drive a bike and they fall, like, oh, I'm done. That's it. I'm not going on anymore. That's okay. You know what? You turn this way. You turn that way. Hold the steering wheel. You made a mistake. That's okay. That's fine. You got to get back up, and you got to learn, okay, what did I do wrong before so I don't do the same dumb mistake? That's part of being human. Okay? Don't worry, Larry. I hope you enjoyed Doctor Visit, and we'll have a recording. Come back. We'll see you then. Okay? Let's go over another example. All right. So where's the resistance levels on AMC? Well, you can't tell on a chart, but when you get that close to this 200,000 share seller at 13, interesting, right? So not only we have a 200,000 share seller here, but we got a 50,000 share seller here. We got a 30,000 share seller here. So you're starting to see them, they're starting to stack, okay? I don't know about you, but when I look at the buy orders, I'm not seeing any big sellers out there, right? I'm not seeing anyone out there. I see a lot more what we call a ladder, a 3-layer cake out there, a stack of orders getting out. And then not one order, 94 orders, 49 orders, 132 orders, right? Okay. So what ended up happening to the price of the stock? It's starting to go down, right? Now, watch this. Want to see something really cool? Let me show you this. AMC. I'm bringing the chart. Look at the orders, right? Now, listen, this stock is one of the mean stocks, okay? This was the GameStop thing that happened, okay? So it went from, you could see it when this day came around. Remember 13? Remember 12? 12.50? See how it never got there? And what happened on that day? It ran from almost $12 and went all the way back down to $5. Why did it do that? Why did it go down? It went down because those orders were out there. And if you didn't know those orders were out there, you could get caught holding the bag, and that's how you lose money in the market. All right? That's what trading is all about. And now look at it. It went lower, and it went lower. All right? Why? Not because, oh, there's a short squeeze. That's okay. We made money on the way up. We just don't want to get caught on the way down. That's it. There's always going to be buyers and sellers out there, which is pretty cool. You know what? It's pretty cool. I want to show you this. I got one video. I want to show you this really quick. Hold on. I want to show you something. I did a short video. I want to show you this one really quick. Where is it? GameStop surges. Is this the one? Where's the crash? Where's the crash? This is the big one. I think it was this one right here. Why is GameStop going down? I think it's this one right here. Let's watch. I think it's this one. Let's watch this one.
I've never seen anything like it. Holy retail traders always lose. Do you have a minute?
Oh, you definitely have a minute. So, did you hear that saying? Retailer traders always lose. Okay. Now, that was the big short squeeze out there. That's what they were basically doing. And that's what you have to understand when it comes to trading. So in this video, when you get a chance to watch it, I tell you exactly how they play that game and how they sucker people in. Now, who here wants Book Viewer? Who here would like to get it? Now, let me tell you what it cost. $15. I had to pay $1,000 when I was 22 years old. I'm 52. It didn't go up with inflation. It actually went down. 15. Now, this is what freaks me out. I don't understand this. Why would no one want to spend $15 to have a seat on the exchange? Right? Why wouldn't you want to pay $15? This is not Fausto's money. I don't work for them. I don't make a commission on this. I don't get it. I have no allegiance to NASDAQ. Okay. I am here for you. I am here to stop you from losing money. You want to learn how to stop losing money? This is what you have to do. So there's my email. Everyone write it down. Because like when I did the poll, 80% of you don't have it. So I'm expecting over 80 of you here to sign up for it. If you don't sign up, I'm just going to give you some advice. Nothing is free in trading. Nobody works for free. Okay. Do you work for free? Okay. You got to pay taxes, right? There's no free taxes, no free lunches. Right. So if you're not going to do this right, don't waste your time trading. You're going to end up blowing your account. So there's my email. Now, basically, I don't want you to go there and buy it. I want you to let me know if you're interested because I got some good videos on it. And I want to show you some workshops that we did on it. They're really nice short videos. So we have a couple of steps out there. So before you go out there and purchase it, watch the video that we do, and then you'll know how to set up the defaults and the layouts and all that good stuff. All right. So we'll take care of that. Now, let's talk about level 4. That was level 3. There is a level 4 version. All right. So level 4, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, make sure you do it. I'm also on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram, but you should log into YouTube because that's my long videos. Instead of watching these 60-second videos, those are the ones you want to watch. Yeah, that's the one you want to watch. Now, I want to get back to the NVIDIA trade. So this is where things have become very cool. Remember that seller I showed you at 150, right? Remember that big seller right there? Everybody see that? Could we go past 150? Could that happen? Could that happen? Yes or no? Tim says yes. I mean, that's a lot of money, $200 million, right? 150? Ronaldo says yes. Anyone else? Could that happen? Yes or no? Listen, there's no such thing that I'm a little pregnant. Is you pregnant or you're not? Right? So it's like, can it break it or can it not break it? All right. That's the answer. Yes, it could. Of course it could, right? And how could that happen? What do we need? What does that need to do to happen to get past that 150? Big buyers. Okay. Now, what I want to show you, you see these green balls right here? Those green balls, what that means is that green means transactions. Okay. The bigger the ball, that means the more volume is trading. And green means that the people on the offer are getting executed. Red means the buyers on the bid are getting executed. Green means the people on the offer are getting executed. So that seller, because it's below it, means that those sellers getting executed. You see, it says green, 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 green. Okay. Watch what happens. You see this big ball right here? Green, 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 green. You know what happened? That's someone that got executed. That person sold those stocks at 150. Now look where we're at right now. It ran up all the way up to a price of close to 155. And there's only 39,000 shares, not the 180 we saw. All right. So when you want to know what's nice about level 4 is now you're seeing on a heat map right? Now you're seeing it more colorful. You're seeing like you're getting the right here, the level 3 version of NASDAQ, but now you're seeing on a chart. Okay. Now I'm going to show everybody how to use this in our trading room. Now I'm not here to sell it to you. Okay. First of all, it's not cheap. All right. So I don't want anybody to go out there. What does it cost? Forget about what it costs right now. It's irrelevant. But is there better technology there? Yes. You know what your first technology is? To invest $15. That's your first mistake. Your second mistake, we'll worry about this later. All right. But let's fix the first one before we get there. Now, the video, like you saw that video I showed you. Oh, actually, you know what? How about I show you one more time? I want to do this one more time. I don't want to kind of, my wife says I always repeat myself. I hope I'm not repeating myself, but let's go back to that video. Okay. I want to go back to the NVIDIA one. I like that too, because it kind of gives me a sense of knowing if we're break. I want to go back to this NVIDIA trade. Okay. Hold on. Because maybe now you'll follow a little bit better. Watch, listen carefully to this video, because what you're about to see on this one is when NVIDIA broke the 1,000 share seller, which just happened right here at $1,050. Watch. NVIDIA just came out earnings and it made a big announcement. Let's go see what happened. Earnings came out, news broke out, and then all of a sudden it started to break over $1,000. Big green bulls means that there was a ton of buying going on. And it just took this big seller and that big seller, and that big seller was $1,000. But there was more than just the earnings that made that stock run. So did everybody see that video where it kind of showed you how that stock broke that 1,000? Okay. So now hopefully everybody understands, well, how do we break 150? You just saw how those orders get filled. That's what trading is all about. And that's why you have to subscribe to the channel. All right. But we're going to do better than that. All right. I'm going to invite all of you guys to come to my trading room. Now, here's my trading room right here. I know we have some students here right now. You could see all our instructors right here on the left. You could see all our traders all the way down here on the left. You could see us chatting, us trading with them. We do live audio broadcasts. So I'm going to invite all of you guys to come in there and watch this live. And this is why Cyber Trade University has been endorsed and sponsored by more brokerage firms than anyone in the industry. Benzinga, I was on there yesterday. Metastock, I was just there at 11. Schwab, Tasty Trade, I've done presentations for every single one of them. Tastyworks, Thinkorswim, TradeStation. This just names a few. And what's even better, for doing this for 30 years, I don't think anyone has ever seen a company that has a 5-star rating on Google like Cyber Trade University. Okay. Now, we are the most scrutinized industry. Okay. Education for teaching people. And there's a lot of bad actors in there. But you want to really judge somebody? Go check out their Google reviews. Go check out the Better Business Bureau and see who endorses them. So I know some of you have learned from other people like, well, how do I know you're for real? Right there tells you the truth. All right. Now, this is what I'm asking for. I'm looking for people that want to learn how to trade, but I'm not looking for free people. So all I'm asking for is do a 1-week trial, and all you have to pay me is $9. That's it. $9 stinking dollars. You got the link up there that we just post. You could just take out your phone. You could turn on your camera, scan that QR code, and then you register, or you can click on that link that's up there. Now, let me tell you what you can get for a week, because I think that's what everybody wants to know what's going to go on. In that week, you're going to get live commentary. I do it, Josh. I do it, Rich. We're going to do live audio broadcasting, first hour, last hour. You can have access to our trading room all day. Our traders all around the world, from Germany, from Singapore, from California, Canada, everywhere. You're going to make a lot of good friends. These are serious traders in there. Basically, we're going to cover the iceberg orders, those big block orders out there. We're going to have live commentary. We do traders talk events where we have gurus that come in. Hours, hundreds of hours of workshops. You're going to get that all for free. All this stuff. Now, here's a couple of questions that people ask me, okay, that I like to cover. First of all, people ask me, how much money I need to get started? $9. That's it. It's a cup of coffee, all right? $9. Expensive cup of coffee. Well, we're almost there anyway with inflation, right? But $9, that's all it's going to cost. Cheap enough. It's all it is an application fee to let us know who you are and where you came from, all right? Do you need a brokerage account to trade? No, you don't need a brokerage account. We don't want you to trade. We just want you to watch and see if other people make money doing it. Don't look at us. Don't judge us. Don't judge me. I'm in a different league. You want to know, could Fausto teach me how to trade? And the only way you're going to know that is look at other people. So don't worry about opening a brokerage account, how much money you need, any of that crap. Okay. Next, people ask me is like, we going to use level 3 and level 4? Yes. You don't need it for class, but we'll show it to you when you're in class. All right. We do swing trading and we do options trading. So don't worry about, is this specifically day trading? No, we do everything. Okay. But you can't be a good swing trader if you don't know how to day trade first, because everything trickles down into a day trade, into a swing trade from a day trade. All right. And yeah, like here's a couple of stocks that we're doing some swing trades right now. Lydia, I'm in. Nuva, I'm in all these stocks. Okay. They're doing great. How do we know how to get in them when they made their move? Because you see what's happening over the course of the day, and that's how you learn how to be a good trader. And yes, we do cover options. And by the way, for all our options fans out there, let me tell you something. There's no way you're going to be a good, successful options trader if you're not a good stock trader. Okay. And if you're a good options trader, you're going to be an absolute phenomenal stock trader. Remember, it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. So if you want to know how an option is going to move, you got to learn how to trade the stock first. All right. So I want to clarify that. So $9, it's all it's going to take. Scan that QR code. As a bonus, I'm going to give you my book for free. I don't know why you pay me $47. I have to give it to Wiley anyway, my publishing company. But like I said, I'd rather not split it with you. I'd rather give it to you for free and hopefully make you a student. So instead of going to Amazon, #1 bestseller, here, I'll give it to you for free. Buy it for $9. All right. That alone is worth the cost of admission. Money back guaranteed. Listen, I don't need your $9. Okay. Then I'm looking for people that want to be part of my group. I'm always looking to hire new traders. Okay. This is basically an application fee. And the thing is, if it's for you, you like it, you'll move forward with us and we'll talk about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, you learn about level 3, level 4. You learn why people blew up their account, on NVIDIA. You're finding out why people are not getting into NVIDIA. I mean, they blew up their account with GameStop. They're not getting into NVIDIA because they don't see these orders getting done. Imagine what you will learn if you went there for 1 hour in pre-market in our trading. Now, one more bonus I'm going to throw in there. Okay. If you register right now, I will personally give you a coaching class on the phone. So I will actually talk to you on the phone and we'll have that conversation. I don't know how many of you here ever spent $9 and talked to the president of the company of the longest running school. I know some of you paid thousands and say, I never spoke to the guy. They gave me a bunch of videos, but they had a pretty good sales guy on the phone. He had a pretty good video on the phone. He had about 3 million followers. Don't be fooled with that. Okay. You could buy followers. Some people are a lot better marketers than me. I agree. They just know. I have kids in there and like, this guy's got 5 million followers and he came out 2 years ago. Why do I have a fraction of it? I don't know. I looked at his history. The guy was a great marketer. He knew it's a hot industry, but that doesn't make you money. What makes you money is what I talked about today. So go out there, register, and get that promo. All right. Here's that link again to get that book. And also there's that QR code. Oh, there we go. That's the picture I wanted. That one right there. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions? All right. I have a couple of people that just registered right now. Let me do a couple of shout outs. Who do we got here? Paul Gregory from Dublin. Oh, you're the one from Ireland that came in. Oh, congratulations. Welcome aboard. Appreciate the vote of confidence. I look forward to teaching you. By the way, when you register it's very important. There's going to be a Q&A. It's going to ask you, please fill it out. Let us know who's your broker. Have you ever took classes before and how you heard about us? The more you let us know about you, the more we can help answer your questions and fit you in the program that'd be perfect for you. So if you're in the right place or the wrong place. The next thing is everybody here is going to be have a education advisor. We're going to do a orientation tomorrow. Okay. So there's going to be a second part to this class. Tomorrow, we're going to do orientation. We're going to do a walkthrough with you. You're going to know exactly what you're going to be seeing in the trading room. So you're not going to be blind. You're going to all have an education advisor who's going to talk to you, kind of answer your questions in detail. They'll make an appointment for you to talk to me. So the thing is, listen, don't take this the wrong way. Some of you don't qualify to trade. Okay. And it's like going to a doctor and like, thinking you need surgery, but you really don't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can make money on charging you to do the surgery, but does that make me a good doctor? Right? I could take your money. How many of you feel like if somebody took your money, I'm like, you know what? Why can't you just be honest with me? You know what I mean? So listen, we don't do the masses. You're not going to see the 4,000 people in our trading room. I could get 4,000 people in my room. I don't want them in there. You don't want to be in there. You want to be with people that are serious. Okay. So here's your first step, $9. What do you have to lose? Right? Find out the real truth. Because one person says, well, I really don't day trade. I do futures. How do you know? How do you know? Are you making money on futures? I know it has a great, sexy story. I know options have a great, sexy story, the leverage, all that. But you know what? Are you really making money? What do you have to lose? Find out the real truth about this. You might, listen, they all trade about 30%, 70% the same. It's all about money management. It's all about psychology, discipline. The 30% is just a different market. That's all it is. All right. So I see a few more of you are coming in here. Who was that? Christopher from, I can't read what country you're from. Oh, you're from France. Oh my God, we're getting a lot of people overseas. This is awesome. All right, good. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Danny Williams from North Carolina. It's got your registration. Maris from, I don't know what country that is. Okay, a lot of people out of the country. Frank from the Buckeye State Buckeye, Arizona. All right. Welcome aboard. Appreciate the vote of confidence. A couple other people come here registering in here. Maris, I got your registration. Here, I'll show you guys. Here, look. There's their names. Okay, you can see them all registering here. Just kind of, I don't want to kind of give you up their names and their address, but you can see it there. All right, guys, listen, $9, full access to the trading room, full access to the workshops, get a free coaching class with me. You got nothing to lose but the game. All right, so don't waste any time. Fill it out. Any other questions? Anyone have any questions? Can I start on Monday? Yes. Tuesday. Well, the market's closed on Monday. So we will make up that extra day for you. So you'll get the full days of market hours. So listen, sign up today. You could start the trading room when you be back. But the thing is, we want to give you the archive if you can't make tomorrow's orientation, then at least you'll get the recording of it so you can watch it. Because, listen, one of the big issues people have, they get into the room, they're like, I don't know what I'm looking at. What are you guys talking about? What is it? How does this work? How does that work? Listen, we want to give you the good experience, because we're really big when it comes to customer service. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, you can start whenever you want. Paul, like I said, don't worry about it. If you can't start tomorrow, just buy it now. And when you talk to education advisor, when you could change your coaching date and you start when you're gonna be back. I know tomorrow it's Memorial Day. A lot of people are going away over the weekend, which, by the way, I'd like to do a quick announcement to all our veterans out there. Thank you for your service. And most importantly, thanks for keeping us safe. Okay. I know it's the first day of summer. Everybody's going crazy. Great weekend here in the Northeast. But at the end of the day, let's always appreciate it. I know I'm going to be this weekend on my boat watching the Blue Angels, do a great air show. Probably the best experience I've ever seen, but look forward to it. All right. Ted, thank you for being here. Ted's been for Cyber Trading University for 6 years. Good to see you, Ted. It's always nice to have you back here. Listen, I got to go. I got to get back to my trading room. I'm going to be on, I have another speaking to do with another partner. I'm going to be on another podcast right now. So, this is your last chance, everybody. $9, live trading room. Going to teach you how to go out there and find how to follow the big orders, know how to play the game. Couple of shout outs, one more. It's got another couple of people just came in here. Susan R. from Hawaii. All right, Susan, welcome aboard. I have a lot of women traders in the room. Susan, I don't know if you're trading with anybody, but one of the big things of being a successful trader, you got to be in a team. You got to be in a trading room. You want people interacting with you. you know, and you gotta have fun with the people who you're around with and learn from. So yes, you'll there's some great women traders in there. So you'll follow along great. So I gotta go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. And if you didn't move forward with Cyber Trade University, listen, I understand. I'm not gonna take it personal. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you want to put it on the side. Maybe you want to do your homework. Maybe you want to check out the reviews. That's great. Maybe you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel and get to know a little bit about more. Listen, it's only $9. We're not going to charge any more or less. Okay. Been doing it for 30 years. I'm not going to steal your credit card. We're not going to do anything like that. Okay. But if you're a little skeptical, you can always call us over the phone. Okay. You got our number here. Here's our number, which another thing is weird. A lot of people don't offer their number. I don't know why that is. There's our main number. You can call us on that number right there. But I want to leave off for the people that did not move forward with Cyber Trade University. Okay. You got to learn from somebody. You got to learn from somebody. It's an 80% failure rate, maybe even higher. Okay. You got to learn from a few other people. Don't settle with one person. Okay. Just because they look good and they sound good or whatever it is. You know, everybody likes certain doctors better than others. Okay. Some people like married one person over the other for certain reasons. You know, they're like, how'd you marry that person? They're like, doesn't matter. Listen, you got to adapt to that person. But I'm just telling you right now, you cannot do this on your own. You can't go out there, try to trade on your own, try to practice on your own, go out there and say, let me try and see how I do. And if I like it, then I'll go out and do it. Yeah, that's not the doctor I want to do surgery on me. Okay. So go out there and learn from somebody. But please, because if you think education's expensive, try ignorance. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all in the trading room. Enjoy your weekend. And thanks, vets.